So, black men and women, you exist in a war zone. This part of your reality isn't your fault at all. The part that is your fault, though, is not being ready. Not being mentally strong or physically strong to be able to defend yourself when it's time. That part is our fault. What I see our people and what we decide to specialize in isn't any war tactics, self-defense, not even the mental preparation, not even the accepting the reality that you are in a war zone. This is something that I see be a weakness to our people and a weakness that we suffer from by and large. We're an entertaining people. We're funny, creative, rhythmic, but we're not ready for war. And this has been a problem with our people, historically. We're a peaceful people. It's in our nature to be peaceful. We shouldn't have to live like that. We shouldn't have to, exist that way. But we have yet to make the adjustment. And that leaves us weak. We have all of these talents, all of these skills, athleticism. But when it comes time for war, when it comes time to defend, we don't even realize that the war is happening a lot of times. Which is why myself and some others try to push the narrative that black people, you are in a war zone. And the first part of, being prepared for this war is being mentally fortified. Understanding that you are in a war. That's the hard part. That's why all of our skills and talents gets used in other areas. It's why our women become victims a lot of times out here, because we're not war ready. Our men victims, we're not war ready. The only people we ready to war with is each other. And I'm not saying there's anything absolutely wrong with that, because sometimes you will have to go to war with your own. Sometimes you will have to defend yourself against your own. But that shouldn't be the only group of people that you are looking to be ready to defend yourself against. There ain't much you can do with twerking in wartime, black women. There ain't much you can do. I mean, you can shake your ass in front of somebody coming to accost you, in front of a cave-dwelling ass white man coming to accost you, or hell, even a coon ass black man coming to accost you. Twerking ain't gonna do you no good. Knowing how to put on makeup, that's not gonna help you in a wartime. When it comes time to defend yourself, I'm tired. I get the image of our women running scared, falling, and screaming. I've seen too many videos where all I hear is women screaming. I don't want no screaming ass woman. I don't want that. A woman that succumbs to fear when all her twerking skills and makeup skills and, walking in the heel skills and all those skills don't mean shit, because now you're just screaming. Don't know how to get to high ground, low ground. Don't know any goddamn thing. When it comes time for you to use your survival skills, because you don't sharpen and hone your survival skills, they don't exist. That's a problem. Black men, your J's ain't gonna save you in wartime. Them rims you got, that car you done got, custom and all this shit, them speakers, that's not gonna help you in wartime. All this vanity that we have, all these superficial trinkets that we have aren't going to help us when it comes time for war. But this area seems to be the area where we hone most of our energy. That's a problem. I don't see how black women choose men like this. I don't get it. Those who aren't ready to war on anybody but other black men. Ain't thought of no escape route, ain't thought of a plan. If A, B, or C happens, this is what needs to be done. These things are not discussed. These plans are not formulated. That's why we end up getting blindsided by the very system that we've been at war with now for centuries. How are we still being surprised? And this is even down to, people being victims of just crime. Whether it be a black woman trying to defend herself against a rapist, you should be ready for that. Women are being raped. Why aren't you ready for that? Why don't you have any hand-to-hand combat skills? Black man, why don't you know the law? They're gonna hit you with it. If we've been in this system for this long, we should be ready for certain things. Certain things that women have to deal with, certain things that men have to deal with. And we all gonna be victims to this system. We should know the law. A lot of us get in situations, and I've seen this happen many times, where black men take plea agreements, plea deals. How are we still in that situation? Why are we still doing that? We're not understanding our rights. But that's up to you, to me as a black man, that's up to you to know that shit. You the one being railroaded the most. That's up to you to understand, to not take no damn plea when you doing time that you don't even fucking deserve. Because you're scared. Being controlled by fear. That's why mental fortification is the most important thing. But we've decided not to focus on that. We decided to focus on drip. Before it was drippage, it was swag. That's what we hang our hats on. Being the most rhythmic victims out here. Being the best dressed victims out here. Having the most swag. As we continuing to be railroaded. Our children aren't getting anything from this. We teach them to focus on vanity. Some of us choose to teach our kids to focus on education. Not saying anything is wrong with that. But the quadratic formula isn't going to get you out of the war that you're in. You knowing proper English, you understanding chemicals, protons, electrons, neutrons. You can recite all that shit you want to. That's not going to help you. That's not going to help your child. Why don't our kids know what to do when it comes to the police? And I'm not talking about this compliance type of shit either. Many of our children have had their rights violated and didn't even know it. Didn't even know what no cop's supposed to interrogate you until your legal guardian is there. Why don't our kids know that? But they can do every dance challenge on goddamn TikTok. Why don't they know what to do? To plead the motherfucking fifth until their parent or guardian or legal representation is around. Our kids getting railroaded by this system too. And we can't teach them anything. Because we've convinced ourselves that the war isn't happening. That everything is all right. And if we just, keep our heads down, continue to be defenseless, focus on learning how to read, add, multiply, things like that, history, that somehow that's going to help us. Like dancing going to help us. Now you can get in front of a goddamn judge or somebody and do the Tootsie slide and he lets you off. Black people, I'm right there with us. Y'all know me. I'm right there with us, but I see these glaring problems in how we conduct ourselves in this society. How we've continued to conduct ourselves in this society. Because we not focused. We don't believe we even in a war. You need to cover these tactics with your children. You need to be practicing these tactics yourself. I get the image of, when you see the woman that needs to be saved all up in movies and shit like that, running scared, don't know how to defend herself. I'm tired of that being who we are, because that's really who we are. Running scared, screaming, breathing hard, falling. 'Cause I know for a while it's the white bitches that be falling all in the caves, always falling when they scared, ain't they? The reason a person is running and falling is because they don't have a plan. We don't plan for shit. People dying every day and we still not planning for it. It doesn't make any sense. That's how you end up being the bitch that's running and falling and breathing hard and begging. Please no. Don't hurt me. That's how you end up in that situation. Because you don't got a plan. You didn't plan for this shit. You thought you was going to go along out here as crime and things like that are happening every day. You thought you was going to be good. Don't even think about a plan. Learn how to use a gun. To black men and women. I talked to a black man the other day. He said he don't even believe in guns. I said, what? How you gonna not believe in guns? You know what he said? The good Lord gonna take care of me. I said, okay. Oh, okay. This is the mentality that we have. The good Lord. Now, I'm not going to just jump in and go in on y'all's religion. But, I mean, come on. This is just fucking practicality here. You have to be ready to defend yourself. Even if you may not have a gun, what you gonna do when somebody put a gun to your head? You gonna piss yourself? You gonna be scared? How do you deal with fear? Even if you're not gonna have a gun, how you gonna deal with that part? You got any hand-to-hand combat skills? Do you know how to disarm a motherfucker? Because if you're not armed, you better know how to disarm. That would be logical to me. But now the good Lord got our backs. He's gonna protect us as our women and children going missing every goddamn day. Good Lord, is asleep, ain't he? Even if you're gonna believe in this, it's about time we learn how to defend ourselves, is it not? About time we plan for these things. Fuck you gonna do? Somebody put a gun in your head. And they don't want your wallet. They don't want something easy. Fuck you gonna do? Somebody come and grab you, drag you off to a damn van. Scream? That's not enough. Everybody's screaming. Our women and kids still going missing. I urge the black man and woman to think about the situation that we're in here. Plan for shit to get real. You gotta have a plan in place. And then teach our children those same plans. To me, that's the only way we do this shit. We're in a fucking war zone. And y'all dancing. Y'all drinking Ciroc. A lot of y'all couldn't run a mile if your life depended on it. Why can't you run? You can't even run. Shit might get real. You may have to run. You can't even run. You can take shots though. We ain't got no endurance. We not worried about our bodies. As far as, you know, if shit gets real, what we gonna do? Black woman, I urge you, and I'll continue to urge you. I've done this before. I urge you to learn how to use a gun. Black man, if you have a woman and she is essentially, you got skills, but she don't have any skills, then you failing your woman. You failing her. You know how to use a gun, your woman don't. You're failing her. Because she should know what you know. You should be teaching her what you know. Otherwise, you're just laying around with a liability. When shit get real, she just gonna be a liability. Her fear gonna take over because she don't know what to do. Mental fortification comes first. And that mental involves your emotional fortification. Should nobody be able to intimidate you or use your emotions against you in wartime. There's no way you shooting at targets and hitting them bitches dead in the middle and your woman don't know how to shoot. Because what if your hand's tied and she gotta shoot the ratchet? She might gotta clap a motherfucker. Then what? She screaming? Breathing hard, panicking? And this is period. This is even outside of white supremacy. This is even against in the face of crime. I don't give a damn what color the motherfucker is. What race they are. I don't give a fuck about all that. We need to be ready to defend ourselves at all times, y'all. What if you or your woman can't get to the ratchet and y'all kid got to do it? Huh? It's going to take more than a goddamn TikTok video, ain't it? But we have to be teaching these things. We have to take these things seriously, at least in my opinion. I'm sure y'all going to let me know what y'all think about what I've said here. I'm going to keep drilling this point home. Y'all may get tired of it. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of seeing our people be victimized, whether it be by the justice system, whether it be by even just petty ass crime. I'm tired of seeing that. Our women going missing. I'm tired of seeing that. Because we know who's not going to look for them. But it's much easier to abduct a damsel in distress than it is to abduct a motherfucking soldier. That much I know for a fact. And thus, we should be creating soldiers. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Y'all comment if you feel need to comment. Links to follow me on social media in the description box. Black first, second, and third. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.